Oprah once named our next guest as the next TV star. This funny lady is known to serve up a healthy dose of laughter to parents who feel like they're barely hanging on. And she's also mastered mealtime as the lunch whisperer. Parenting comedian Kristina Kuzmic is here live. She'll be performing at the Punchline Sacramento tomorrow. Hello, Kristina.
Hi, I'm so excited. Right after this, I'm headed up north.
All right, so you're coming to Sacramento. You're a parenting comedian. What does that mean?
Basically, that the only way I get through the chaos of parenting is with a lot of humor.
And you're coming here to Sacramento. You'll be at the Punchline. Talk about what people can expect at your show.
You know, it's a lot of what people have already seen in my videos. It's basically a comedy show, but then there is a part where I get really vulnerable and talk about my own issues and my struggles and mental health and all of it. So I always hear from people, I laughed, I cried, and I left feeling less alone. And that's awesome.
You know, there are a lot of truths in parenting that can be funny, but it takes a special kind of person to really put it all together, package it, and present it, which is, I guess, what you're doing through your comedy. I also heard that, you know, you've worked with Oprah. Oprah picked you as one of TV's next stars. Talk about that experience.
I mean, it was crazy. It actually came from my love for cooking, and she gave me a TV show, a cooking show for a season, and it was just such a great experience. I mean, she is so authentic, and I love authentic people. I think we need more authenticity, especially on social media now, so it was an amazing experience.
That's awesome. And you mentioned she met you through cooking, and we see you have a little lunch spread in front of us. So what came first? Was it the comedy or the lunch?
Both. I would basically laugh at the chaos I was going through while stuffing my face. It was kind of a combo deal. But my whole thing right now is helping parents get rid of the guilt. I feel like we pile on so much unnecessary guilt on us, and that's actually the hardest thing about parenting is not what the kids do, but what we do to ourselves. So one of the reasons I partnered with Hormel is because that was one of their things. We're going to take the guilt out of lunches and mealtime by making our products completely preservative-free, no artificial flavor. So anyway, I was trying to make some cute things for my kid today, some kebabs. You just make a sandwich and then put in a kebab and the kid will eat it. Listen, as long as you make it look cute, your kid is more likely to eat it. So cuteness goes a long way.
And you've actually been dubbed the lunch whisperer. So what's that all about? What makes you a lunch whisperer?
I mean, again, I feel like people put too much pressure on themselves. Everything has to be perfect and everything has to be made from scratch and And I just want parents to chill out, do the best you can with what you got, and know that your best won't look the same every day. So some days you're going to be serving your kids chips and salsa for dinner, and that's okay. And other days you're going to make a beautiful spread that hopefully you enjoy making or your kids help make. So take off the pressure, take off the expectations, and definitely ditch the guilt.
You know what? There is so much pressure when it comes to putting together lunches and meals for your kids. I know this morning as I was rushing out the door and I was feeling kind of guilty because, you know, I made it really simple sandwiches today. And like lunches these days, I'm always asking my kids, like, do you check out everybody's lunch? Because they want like meals. They're like, I want spaghetti with meatballs, Mom. And can you actually pack me some, you know, French bread on the side or garlic bread? I'm like, are you serious? This is not like the lunch that I had when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, A, there's nothing wrong with sandwiches. Two, whenever my kids would compare to what another, you know, family was doing, well, this kid gets to do this and this kid gets this kind of lunch. I would say, well, you know what? I have friends who don't celebrate Christmas, so we're no longer celebrating Christmas. Or I have friends who don't let their kids have any screen time, so we're just going to do that. If you're going to compare, you don't want to go down that road because life's going to be tough. So, you know, kids are always going to want what somebody else has. I just think parents should do whatever sort of eases the hardship that is parenting. And in the long run, your kids will not be sitting in therapy. They might be in therapy for other reasons, but they will not be in therapy going, my mom made me a sandwich for lunch and it ruined my childhood. They will not, I promise.
Kristina, I know obviously you're serious about the meals when you're talking about mealtime planning and strategies, but tell me about your family. Do they find you funny?
No, I have two teenagers. They don't think I'm funny at all. The 7-year-old, my youngest still thinks I'm a little funny. But the older two, they've actually said to me, why do people watch your videos and think you're funny? And I was like, go to your room.
Do you still have to make lunch for the teenagers, or are they kind of, you know, doing it on their own now?
Nope, they do it on their own. That's the thing. Parents, please get your kids to cook from a young age and then be like, you are now free to make what you want. And hopefully they won't just be like slathering butter on it. included.
That is practical advice, Kristina. So you're going to be at the Punchline tomorrow. What time's your show?
It's at 4:30, and actually, I just found out that that show is sold out, but I'm in San Francisco on Sunday, so take a little road trip, go see the show in San Francisco if you didn't get tickets to Sacramento, and then just tell the babysitter when the show's done that you're stuck in traffic and you'll be back by Thanksgiving. And there you go, you get some me time. There you go.
Sounds like a plan, Kristina. Thanks so much. Good luck with your shows this weekend. You can find more of Kristina's meal prep hacks and funny insights at thelunchwhisperer.com.